What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Until Dawn 2 yet again. You know, last time we talked about some rumors, and honestly, that was kind of the kickstart, right? That was, you know, the remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it, is right around the corner. If not, maybe it was already out at the time, but only like a day or two. And the talk was that Fire Sprite is making a horror game, and we know that. And that horror game would be an Until Dawn 2. Now, I kind of believe that rumor. We talked about that in its own video. And since then, we actually got two different things to talk about. So one of which, I saw this in the moment, and I gotta be honest, I didn't really think anything of it. I saw, I believe on YouTube, just on the recommended, I got recommended a video of Hayden Panettiere, who came back, right, to do like this new ending to Until Dawn. And I mean, that's a part of it too, right? Like this new Until Dawn literally has an ending that very much like sets up a potential sequel. You could do more with it. So that's something that I guess has been added to the stack since the game has come out. But, you know, in her behind the scenes video, which by the way, great to see her back. I mean, I really do like Hayden Panettiere. She's gone through so much. Obviously, I'm a big Kirby guy, you know, with Scream. So I love to see her working. I love to see her acting. And I definitely would want to see her back as Sam in Until Dawn 2. And I watched the whole video, and I watched it before I started seeing these tweets where it's like, did Hayden Panettiere just tease a second game? And I was like, well, I don't remember anything like that in the behind the scenes. But, you know, depending on how you read it, right, or depending on how you listen to it, maybe you'll get that. So let's kind of go over what her specific line was that got people talking. Until Dawn has been around for years and years now. I think people love it, and the fact they are going further with it says there's a want for it. And that's the line. Now, I actually saw separately in another video for the movie that she just recently did that somebody asked her about the Until Dawn film, and she, you know, not necessarily like aggressive, but she said like what would be her advice to these characters, and she said like, step out and let me step in to play Sam. Like nobody should play Sam but me. I thought that was like a really, like, you don't hear that too often. So I like that answer. I like that kind of more aggressiveness to her. And that was before any of this stuff, right? So like she knows about the movie. She wants to play Sam. And, you know, she's saying that with the mindset at the time that she can't talk about this alternate ending to Until Dawn, right? She knows she came back and replayed that role. And then, you know, they're doing the movie, which, you know, is fair. Like the movie is supposed to be them as like teenage, like 18, 19-year-old. And, you know, she's 35. So it's like, okay, it makes sense she can't do it. But, you know, all of these things kind of add up. And yeah, you know, depending on how you read that line, there's a want for it, right? There's a want for Until Dawn. And now you could look at that and say, well, it's the movie. Like, there's a reason why this game exists. It's because the movie comes out probably, next year? They just finished filming it. Takes about 6 to 8 months, right, to kind of do post-production. So you're getting this movie potentially next Halloween, maybe even earlier than that, and to line up with this game. Is it, though, this game, right? Or is it also this game plus that they are making a sequel? I think, I've said this before, like all of these shows and movies that PlayStation is doing, there should be new games in the franchises. What tends to happen, the default is, well, let's make remasters, right? Let's do another Uncharted collection to go along with the movie. Not a new game, at least yet. I think there will be a new game. Last of Us very clearly, Part 1, Part 2, the remasters and the remakes to go along with the show. Again, though, you will get a Last of Us Part 3, but for now you're getting, you know, just remakes and remasters of the previous games. Until Dawn, same thing. So on. So, like, you're probably going to see this. Gravity Rush 2 has been rumored to get a remaster, and that's getting a movie. So all of these things kind of line up, and most of them at least start with a remake, remaster, and then maybe it can lead to like a brand new thing. For Gravity Rush, by the way, I pray to God it can get them to make a Gravity Rush 3, but Until Dawn, I would not be shocked at all. And then there's one other part to this, and it's Peter Stormare, who plays Dr. Hill in the game. Now, the difference here is this guy is also in the movie, playing the same roles, and he is, you know, a character, and I guess a person playing that character that, you know, you can have him like jump, you know what I mean? You don't have to recast if you don't want to. And he actually posted over, I believe on Instagram, a post that simply says, Until Dawn sequel confirmed with the remake question mark. And, that comes across as if like he's circulating like fan speculation. But the thing, and that's probably true, but the thing, or at least partially true, because the thing is, normally you don't do that at all, right? Like actors, anybody in the gaming industry, when there's speculation that there could be a new game and stuff like that, you do not normally see the actors posting things about that, right? Because they're either, like NDAs and whatnot. Now, you could maybe break those or get around those or whatever, but, normally you just don't see it. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like him posting that, and he's probably more in the know, maybe more than Hayden Panettiere, right? She was brought back and I think she was the only one brought back for the game. But yet again, he is also in the movie. So they both kind of have this like, new, she worked with Ballistic Moon. Did PlayStation talk with her? Did Fire Sprite talk? You know what I mean? So like who talked to these people and like, what level of like in the know are they? They might, he might be a little bit more than her, but also again, her with the game, that's pretty unique as well. So I think both of those two things combined, her really wanting to play Sam, them bringing her back, specifically her to do the and she's the final girl, right? She's the main final girl. All of that stuff added together, Fire Sprite making a horror AAA game. I really do believe it's Until Dawn 2. And as I've said before, like, I don't know, there's some pushback to the video I made. There's some people that don't want it, and that's fair. Like, you can express whatever opinion you want. I'll respect you as long as you respect me. For me, as I've said, like, at least it shows a willingness to kind of jump back into these type of games. And when I say these type, I mean, like, this is a 2015 game. I don't know. I feel like PlayStation generally plays around with, like, God of War, Last of Us, Horizon, like some of these 2017 on type things. That's why I get so into the idea of, like, God of War remastered, right? Because it's like, okay, well, at least you're looking back at, like, 2005. Like, when's the last time PlayStation looked back at 2005? Even for this, it's like, this is a little bit more like in left field than like, yeah, I want Bloodborne. There's other PS4 era games I want brought back. And Until Dawn, I don't know if it's at the top of the list, but it actually would be high on there. I really love Until Dawn, and I would take a sequel. But yeah, you have Infamous that died there. You have Killzone that died there. You have Bloodborne that's still 2015 still there, right? There's a couple others. Until Dawn, yeah, I get it to a degree, but at least it shows, all right, you're willing to maybe take a chance. And I can respect that, even if it, does versus doesn't work out. Like, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I honestly believe you're getting a second game, and I would get very, very excited for something like that, me personally at least. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.